just to give a quick background on me, so I started my career with ICICI Bank. I worked there for around 7 years and worked in various verticals, right from retail banking, investment banking, and payments. And my last assignment in the bank was in payment strategy, where I led the joint venture between ICICI and First Data. And this is where I picked up my idea, actually, in terms of what's going to happen in payments in next 10 years. And frankly, at that point of time, payments slash fintech was the most dull sector. I mean, when I moved from investment banking to payments, everybody thought that I got demoted. So, but that was my conscious choice because I had got bored of investment banking and giving fluffy yarn to my clients. So, so what I did is so I always wanted to be entrepreneur. Like many of us, when they grow up in their career, they want to do on their own. And I'm Marwari by community. So anyway, every Marwari guy wants to be entrepreneur anyway. So I had made almost like 50 plus ideas from 2006 to 2010, and I don't think I had courage to leave. So every time I reached closer to leaving the company, I was like, how I'm going to pay my expenses, how I'm going to meet my next month EMI. So it was like really tough decision. And one fine day, I just quit. And literally with no plans, what I'm going to do. And the whole idea, my wife freaked out, by the way. So she was like, are you sure that you're quitting or are you sacked? So I'm like, no, really, I'm quitting, and I want to come out of my comfort zone. And she was like, so how are we going to pay our EMI after 4 months? Because we had 4 months of saving. So, and somehow I comforted her that don't worry, have faith in me. And so I took 8 months of break, and in that break time, just to pay my bills, I did some amount of consulting work just to so that I can come out with an idea which I truly take it forward. But at the same time, I had to run my house. Then in that whole introspection period, I thought of that what I know the best is payments, because that was my last assignment in the bank. And when I looked at the macro factors in payments, and this is where like why I chose payments. So when I looked at the macro factors in payments, I think in my view, the next 10 years, if there's one industry which will continue to grow only one way, which is upside, that's payments. Every other industry can go here, there, and you may see some roller coaster ride. But the payments, I don't think so you will see any roller coaster ride. So it was I would say it was the safest bet I took. So I don't think so I took the bet which was any risky, because I was sure that if the macro factors are positive, and as an entrepreneur, even if you don't do well, or let's say if you do average, you will still make some, or you still create some value, and which is what I thought that value will be good enough for me. And this is how I chose payments, by the way.